Where you at?
Ladies and gentlemen, stand to your feet and make noise for Gresh Unleashed!
Let's go! When the club go around here, I'm a cactus. Bang, bang, gang, I don't owe you jack. When I'm in the ring, it's just me and my best friends. OC cutting no slack. Hollywood Miz, you can put me on the A-list. Gresh Unleashed, better put it on your playlist. Me and my fam be ballin' like the Bruce. Fight night, baby, hard hitting like Sheamus. Family first, yes, bloodline business. Winning all the gold, look at how they witness. I was taught to be the greatest. 1,000 days I'm running, check out the book of Guinness. Coolin' with the baddies in the baddie section. Guarantee you they ain't jaded. Healer, you baby face, I ain't feeling your gimmick. The fans think it's overrated. Brock Lesnar on the beast. Eat, sleep, flex, and repeat. Whole new swag with a price on the tag. Coming live from the west to the east. Better recognize on the mouthpiece. See the power level gotta increase. Bringing content on the daily. Feeling like Gresh Unleashed.
Greetings and salutations, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, non-binary pals, baby mamas, baby daddies, and everybody in between. Welcome back to the Gresh Unleashed podcast. This is episode 51 of this Flex on 'em City of this illustrious podcast. Yo, you already know. If you don't know, now you know. It's your boy, the voice that does the most, the purveyor of mischief, Gresh. Joined by, as always, is my man who is constantly breaking the cycle, like his hoodie says. He is out here living his best life as much as possible. He is none other than my right-hand man, my best friend, my main man, my partner in crime, Mr. Hi-Lite. What's good with you, buddy?
What's going on, good people? Everybody in between, as my boy Gresh so greatly puts it in the intro. You already know. I hope y'all missed me because I missed y'all too, man. I know I was away a little bit, but we back and we ready to work, you know what I'm saying, in the last few weeks of this year. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
New intro clean, as Deshaun over on Twitch says, man. Yeah, I had to upgrade it. From last season. Last season was a lot of. It wasn't bad, but it's like, yo, it's a new year. We got to evolve. We got to, like, I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't know who else out here is listening to the music that we got. If you scan that QR code right there, you can actually listen to the song in full. But hey man, it's in my gym playlist, so I'm pretty sure when it comes on, I'll never skip it. So that's all I got to say about that.
You too, dog. Come on now.
Hey man, like if y'all ain't listening to the Unleashed anthem, or at least Talk My Ish, like Talk My Ish. Even though I love Unleashed anthem, Talk My Ish, it has a different feel to it, to where you be like, yo, this is that good shit right there.
Yeah, you walk in the building, you feeling yourself a bit.
Let me talk me. Got me great. He's coming.
Hey, come on.
He's coming. And then the second verse, it's still eat, sleep, flex, and repeat. Gotta violate my peace and I'm quick to hit the lead. Got the beat. I'm tough guys. Hit it with the red deal. Now you better recognize.
Hey,
being humble.
Hey,
yeah.
Hey,
everyone in lead. That's what it's all about.
Hey,
I'm the man around here.
Hey.
Prove it.
Okay. Move it. Man. Look how I'm getting these games. I'm up. Why they down? This ain't a game. It's just me, Oos. I already know what it is. It's a vibe, baby. It's a vibe.
Bro, when it get to that part, I'll be like, it's just me. Day one
from the jump. Top rope, 2 bumps straight to the back. I don't need a filler. Man, they know what's up. Y'all know what's up. Man, y'all go stream that song, bro. Y'all know what it is,
bro. That's all I'm saying, man. Like doing the Tozawa shovel. And if I could be serious for a minute, my Twitter is never timid.
Come on now. That's how it is, baby. We back on the grind, baby. Tell me what it is. Bro. You know what I'm saying?
Like that part right there where it's like, I'm back on my grind, baby. My mama ain't raised a fool. Pray for me. Don't ever play me. I'm like, nigga. That woman right there, that's over my shoulder for the rest of every time. Like, she ain't raised a fool.
Come on now.
You gotta pray for me. Don't play with me.
Hey, I did that line in there just for you, my guy, because I was
when you said that, I was like, bro, what the?
Man. We threw a tribute in there for moms one time, man. We had to let them know what's up. You know what I mean?
Man.
Hey.
Oh man, that's fantastic. Make sure you guys stream that. And then while we here, we might as well go ahead and let everybody know why y'all are here. And that is quick news and updates before we get down to the nitty gritty of today's show. Gresh Unleashed news. Our third annual end of the year awards will be going down on December 26th. For those who aren't aware or new around here, the end of the year awards is a cross podcasting show where we basically treat it like the Slammy Awards, where we create categories and award the winners first off here on the Gresh Unleashed podcast, and it concludes over on the Life's a Botch podcast. Since last year it was well received, the listener's choice categories will be returning this year as well, where we will list poll options over on www.gressunleashed.com/n-end of the year awards. I will actually post a link on Twitter, and you, the listener, will get your voice heard. It's an overall fun time, and as you just saw, well, as you're about to see in a few seconds, it's time to let you guys know when exactly voting officially starts. We might as well go ahead and let you guys know exactly when that starts.
Let's go.
As it's just said right there, as you just saw, the listeners voting for all you guys who actually support the podcast as far as your categories will be officially beginning this Saturday. And make sure you guys stick around as well to the very end, because we will reveal the official categories for this year's end of the year awards. That is by the host categories as well as the listeners' choice. It's a fun time thing. Like, it's nothing to be taken like the Wrestling Observer type stuff. It's just literally stuff for those of you who are listeners or a supporter of yours truly. Make sure you guys stick around for that, because it's gonna be a fun time. The end of the year awards officially goes down December 26, 2023. Make sure you guys peep that, stick around, and yo, it's gonna be a fun time.
Ooh, let's go. Yeah.
Also, for those of you who are supporters of the main YouTube channel, the Gresh on YouTube channel, we're on the road to 8K over there, so make sure you guys subscribe over there. The first retrospective for TNA month officially drops this Thursday. For those of you who don't know, it is finally finished, and it's a good one. I'm telling you that right now. It's a good one as far as like from my editing point of view and all that good stuff. But it is a retrospective that will see us step back to the year 2011, where Bobby Roode clashed with AJ Styles at TNA Final Resolution 2011 with the TNA World Heavyweight Championship on the line in a 30-minute Iron Man match. Was this one was this a particular match one of those matches that's a forgotten gem, lost in time? Tap into youtube.com/addictsgresh this Thursday. For those of you who are listening in audio format, tomorrow, make sure you guys tap in, and it will go live for you guys to check out. But yo, man.
Shout out to that championship too, boy.
Did you like that one, or would you like the one that was pre-2010?
I rocked with the one from pre-2010 too, but that one was one of my favorites though. It's something about that one was like it was a golden era because of the fact that you had like you said, Bobby Roode, AJ Styles, Samoa Joe, like everybody was kind of like in their peak primes at that point that were like defending for those titles. So it was just like, man, that chef's kiss, man.
MFB, okay. Oh, I like how you brought up. Oh, we're gonna talk about it. Might as well go ahead and get right into it.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. It's football. Time to talk football.
This should be fun. Let me get ready. Oh boy.
For those of you who don't know, we're going to basically spend time talking about football for at least 120 seconds. Might as well go ahead and roll it out. Them Dolphins. Tua, I got a proposition for you. How did you blow a 14-point lead, my guy? Like, bro, I was watching both Raw and football. Like, we was winning. It was fourth quarter. Like, bro, we had a 14-point lead. How did you? promise not to yell. But listen, you lost by 1 point because you threw the ball. You threw the wrong way. I'm not a football player, but man, I have people out here telling me like, "Hey, you should quit the team." Like, man, I'm a loyal person. I'm not quitting the team. But I'm gonna call you on your bullshit. That was a bullshit call. We ain't doing that no more. We're not doing that no more. Get it together. You embarrass me out here, man. You go before I get mad.
Well, I'm gonna just take over for you, brother. As the residential Tennessee Titans fan in the building, you know, it didn't hit me until it hit me. It was like, oh yeah, you know, that's right. We want, you know, this and that. Now I'm gonna let y'all know. I ain't gonna lie. I didn't watch this game. Why? Because I was being the dude that was checked out and said, I'm not gonna watch a massacre. Why am I gonna watch the Dolphins kick our tail? Only to find out when I wake up the next morning, hey, we won. Wow, 1 point, 14-point comeback. All I can say is Will Levis is that guy. He is the future of this championship. Well, wait, future hopeful one-day championship team. But in the meantime, hey, it's cool, Dolphins fans. Look, Gresh, I'm gonna keep it positive for you, brother. One, it was a good game. Two,
it was a good game.
And two, y'all still going to the playoffs at least. We, on the other hand, on the outside looking in, somewhat technically. And then for that matter, it's all good, brother. At least y'all got the number 2.
That shit was still embarrassing though. Yo, a 14-point lead.
Hey, at least it wasn't 28-3.
Did you see that score? Where it was like 3-0? I forgot was it the Vikings or something?
I think it was. Yeah, I did see that. Yeah, that was horrible.
I'm like, what was that?
A soccer game. That's what it was.
Then someone showed me the stats of the quarterback. Bro did not pass 1 point.
Nope. Not one bit. That's crazy, bro. I'm like, man.
Football to get together. That's why I didn't put out I hate football. I detest because like the decisions that was made last night just rubbed me the wrong way.
Believe you, man. I've been dealing with that all season, and I get it. We're a young team, so I'm like, well,
yes, 1 point. They lost by 1 point.
Hey, man, happens to the best of us, y'all. I promise you. Don't be like Seth. So that's a good transitional moment, wouldn't you say? Don't be like Seth.
Don't be like Seth. Do you think we should skip either or both of them? Because I don't think I had any time to get any scenario.
There was one I had thought of, but it might have slipped my mind. It was actually a music version.
I mean, I got it either or both of them. Would you rather Jim Johnson? Would you rather collab with Jim Johnson for like a full year of music, or would you rather be stuck with Def Rebel for the rest of your career?
Ooh. You know, as a rapper here, that's very tough, honestly, because of the fact that one thing about Def Rebel is that they have a lot of stuff with modern sounds of 808s and bass and all that good stuff, at least. But given what Jim Johnson has, he has the instrumentalist version of actual guitars and actual instrumentation. Therefore,
he knows how to play one. Like
exactly.
He's not using computerized version.
Exactly. So for that, it's kind of like I might have to say both of them on this one, only because as a rapper, I appreciate my live instrumentation. And I kind of like my digital sounds with my 808s and my bass here and there, right? So I'm going to go with both of them only for that reason. I swear, that's only the reason why I'm going with both of them. I think that's our first both of them.
I think it might be the second. I think I did one time.
Did you?
I think.
Okay.
It probably wasn't me. It was probably either JT or Cheech.
It might have been.
It might have been one of those two. I'm about to say, I don't think. Yeah, it probably wasn't.
Shout out to those guys, by the way, man. You guys did an awesome job filling in for your boy. Last week, man. I appreciate it. I listened to the whole show, and I was just like, these brothers know their stuff. I like it.
If I had to choose one, it's Jim Johnson all the way. Oh yeah, of course.
Oh, absolutely. And let's not get it twisted. I am right there with you, brother.
Yeah, both of them is more so a cop out word. It's not, you're not picking both. It's more so like, hey, this is I can't choose. So you're just saying both of them. That's all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Only for the difference of eras here. We talking about 808s and bass wasn't really a thing back then in the 90s and mid 2000s.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. In my case, as far as in that scenario, I would more than likely just pick Jim Johnson. Like because I feel like collabs with Jim Johnson will last longer than Def Rebel stuff, because
that is true.
You ain't gonna really like. I can probably tell you, I'm gonna get bored with Def Rebel's music eventually. So.
That's fair.
I'm out here quoting, "Hey yo, hit me. Hey yo, Jimmy, hit me with that Triple H." Like 1, 2. Is this on?
Yeah. Or so I mean, yeah, that makes sense. I get it.
Oh yeah, for sure. You want to talk about some NXT that we just watched?
We could. You know what I'm saying? I guess I could start off giving some thoughts on Deadline if you want me to. So I didn't get a chance to be here. I can give you some thoughts.
Go ahead. Like, what you think about it?
Well, first off, I want to shout out my co-hostess on the Life's a Botch podcast. She was in attendance live for this actual show. Stay tuned on the Life's a Botch podcast for content from her for just predictions and all that good stuff for fans in the crowd. But I thought the show was pretty solid for what it was. Was it the best show to end the year? Not really, but at the same time, I will say I enjoyed that emotional roller coaster known as the men's Iron Survivor match. Why? Because them fools really pissed me off. And I swear for about 24 point some odd minutes, they had me really pissed off. I said, so you gonna do the only brother in this match like this? Really, WWE? Really, Shawn Michaels? This is what you're gonna do. And then all of a sudden, I kid you not, out of nowhere, I was like, oh,
that brother did a LeBron James 2016 comeback.
Man, did he ever? I said, whoa, like, because I swear, the moment Braun got in there and did them 3 falls in like 30 seconds, I was like, ain't this some? I said, really? I'm like, now hold on, wait a minute, bro. And then next thing I know, everybody just started getting 3. I'm like, bruh, Trick can't get 1. And then my boy got 1. I said, I bet. Okay. So it's funny how that ends, right? Because I thought about this just now, fresh off the top.
Yeah.
Ain't it funny, speaking of buzzers, like what my man's just said there, ain't it funny that Trick Williams, who says it's his time, and it is evident that it's his time, pulls a Mello while Mello is still trying to find himself because he's missing as of late. But meanwhile, Trick pulled a Mello and he didn't miss because he came through in the last few seconds and came clutch and hit the buzzer beater. So, like, bro, it's a wild situation that the man who was once viewed as the quote-unquote sidekick, mouthpiece, however you want to view it, is now grown into his own, is completely over with the fans, has a chant, which, by the way, I just want y'all to understand and know this if you didn't already know this. Trick Williams can borrow that chant. I like the WWE universe for adopting it. But no, that chant is a Memphis chant original, okay? I just want y'all to know that. As native of Memphis, we created it, we started it, and it's normally a Memphis thing. But for Trick Williams, because it fits the name, I deem him able and worthy to go ahead and keep rocking with that because it's really fire. I'm not gonna lie, it's dope to see that rise. It just gives me more hype. But I like the fact that they did that to him, man. They just made him that much more. And I was listening to some podcasts, and I believe somebody mentioned, I can't remember the person, but they did say the fact that last fall came from Braun Breaker. Like the fact that he did that on Braun, a former NXT champion, a man who, as you saw, dominated within the first 30 seconds. For him to do that to a guy like that and put him over really signifies Trick Williams is here to stay. And the next endorsement is beating the man that literally just told y'all the only thing that can slay the dragon is the dragon himself. Well, if he can slay the dragon, all I know is I'm rooting for it. I don't want no tomfoolery in this. Look,
you know for sure it's gonna be a tomfoolery in this.
I really don't want. I would rather he have his moment and let that happen after the fact. You know what I mean? Because let's be real, Dragunov does not need. He doesn't need to win at this point. I mean, this man's already ready for the main roster at this point, just as much as everybody else. This man's primed and ready to go up against Gunther and, dare I say, take that IC title away from him. If they don't have anybody else to do it, that man can. Problem is, I get it. Everybody doesn't watch NXT, so the main roster will probably be like, well, who's this? So you kind of have to build it. But you can make it work. But I really, really hope he gets his moment, and then we possibly get that turn from a Mello. You know what I mean? I want him to really have his moment. Because you can't, I guess it keeps him strong if Trick is screwed by his own best friend, but then it's like a side storyline that catapults him back to this moment. So if he's already in this moment, give him his moment. And then I guess after a rematch between the two, then you can have Mello either cost him the title or, turn on him after he retains the title or something, Then again, the SmackDown call up too kind of does change things. So it's going to be real interesting to see how this angle plays out. But shout out to a pretty solid pay-per-view for what it was. I know the cage match got a lot of gripe. Yeah, it did. I mean, I'm glad my girl Kiana James got her lick back. I don't know who Shawty was because I was so like, who is
Izzy
this?
Dane or something?
Yeah, I was like, is he who? I was like, who?
Everybody was like that. It was like, who the fuck is that?
Yeah, I'm thinking like, because at first I'm like, that ain't Mariah May because she's in AEW. So who the heck are you?
I saw people saying it was like Tiffany Stratton or something. I'm like,
I thought that, for a second I saw the blonde hair and I almost thought I was like, that's random, but okay.
And that's the thing. That's the price they pay when they have a whole bunch of blondes. Like, especially when they look alike as far as like tanning and build.
That's true, man. It was what it was. Now I'm gonna just put this up and I'm gonna just say this. Ladies, don't come for me and don't kill me. All right. But if we keeping it 100, because we support ladies here, we support the ladies matches. But if I'm keeping it 100, sorry, the men's Iron Survivor Challenge was better than the women's, in my opinion. Not to say it wasn't good though. I was just upset because I'm like, it literally took like darn near half the match before we finally got a pinfall. I ain't like that because I'm like, you see how the dudes got all these pinfalls within a matter of like within the
you also gotta look at it. You also gotta look at it like most of the people who was in the women's Iron Survivor were still green. Like Kalani Jordan is still green. And they didn't really bring a lot of people in. That's why I put out there too. I was like, Blair Davenport gonna be the workhorse because she's the more experienced out of everybody in that match.
She was, man. I think all of them had a nice showcase, especially Lash, man. I overheard you in your review talk about how she pulled a Roman Reigns, and I was loving it. I was like, yeah, stack him.
She stacked him. Acknowledge Lash Legend. Acknowledge the tribal queen.
She's on her way, man. I think next year is going to be real big for her and Jakar, you know what I'm saying?
And they're in the right place as far as like growing and evolving. So
yeah, so I was happy that she got her moments. The crowd is over with her, and it's good to see. So she's going to continue to elevate. And then was there anything else? I think that was really it. That as far as like talking points, everything else was kind of just, I mean, Lexus King is just there.
He's just there, like.
And
Cora Jay's back.
Oh yes, my babe. Yes, Cora Jade. Sorry, I know Braun. I realized I was ecstatic, and I said yes. Finally, she's back again. Now I need you to win this championship one good time. But I do have a slight issue because if she does win this championship, that means Braun Breaker is stuck there for about another couple of months at least. If he gets called up, then she's not winning that title at all, because one would think once he's called up, she's called up, since they're kind of a thing.
I doubt that. Like, if anything, she's gonna have to stay in NXT and then eventually get caught up. Like, I would not. You talking about like the whole relationship thing? Like,
yeah, because they typically do that. Now I don't know how that works.
I think they typically do that for married couples. But if you're dating, y'all can make it work.
Oh no, yeah, they've done it for people just dating too. Yeah.
Oh, they have? Oh.
Yeah, they've done it for people that's if they're any kind of like couple whatsoever, WWE typically will keep them paired together to keep them happy and all that good stuff.
Gotcha.
So I mean, don't be surprised. That's all I'm saying. Like, if for some reason with her being back, if she wasn't to win this championship, I'm hoping she does, because I need it. Like, the girls just look at her. I mean, for crying out loud, give this woman the championship, please. I'm tired of Lyra. She doesn't do it for me, y'all. I'm sorry.
I'm not. This might not be popular with most people, but I'm still not sold on her promos.
Me either, dude. Oh, you mean with Cora?
Cora.
Okay.
I'm not sold on her promos yet. It's like she's the type of person that comes off as she's trying to be mean and not giving a natural mean. I don't know if it's just the delivery that I'm not sold on or what, but it's just like, I'm not believing you. I believe nothing you're saying. I believe you do not hate. I believe you genuinely don't hate anybody. That's my problem.
Okay, that's fair. It's funny you say that, because I mean, the good girl thing doesn't work for her per se, because when she was the happy-go-lucky Jade, it was kind of like, well,
I wasn't even sold on her then as much.
Yeah, I'm more sold on this version of her than that was, because the whole skateboard
I feel like they need
thing,
to find something that works in the middle, if that makes sense. Like, she don't have to be like, she can be a badass, but it's like whenever, I don't know if it's just she needs to go to the acting classes or something. Like, I'm not trying to like single anybody out. That's just a genuine thing. Like, I'm like, when I get the time next year, I'm gonna start taking acting classes, because I feel like certain things, like my voiceover, could do some work. So it's like, that's not me saying, oh, this person sucks. It's more so like, I'm not believing you. Like,
maybe it's sometimes, believe it or not, pairing couples together on screen, maybe her and Braun might work on screen together if they ever try it. You never know. Maybe it could rub off on her some more in a believable sense. If that's not a method to try, then my other suggestion for her is probably, I mean, because I get the feeling maybe, if I'm not mistaken, AJ Lee's like an inspiration for her, right? That was like one of her main inspirations, I believe. So
yeah, she and I hate to use it, but I believe she did suffer from mental illness. Like, I think she was bipolar.
Okay.
So as far as AJ Lee, I could be wrong, but people can correct me, but that's pretty much what they was kind of portraying her as.
Yeah.
So she kind of could be that person. So it's like, I feel like if they find something that she can be more so herself, then it'll work. But it's not selling me right now. That's just me.
Yeah. Have her flip, kind of like a maybe try a bipolar thing, but not as forced.
It depends on if she is dealing with it. Like, that's what I'm saying. It worked for AJ Lee, was because she was actually diagnosed. So she kind of tapped into that to be this lovesick, crazy girl going to twitching out. So it's like, it depends. Like I'm saying, like, that's the only thing I'm not believing is just the promo. I'm not believing the promo. Like, in ring, I don't have any complaints. I've seen better and I've seen worse, but she's great. She's good for what she is.
Agreed.
But as far as like like when she talks, I'm like, I don't believe you. And I've been saying, and people can quote me like, hey, this ain't no Twitter thing. This is literally what I've been saying ever since Cora Jay's been on TV. I'm like, I don't believe you. Since she turned on Roxanne, was it last year? I'm like, I don't believe you.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's my only thing with that.
I respect it.
And then you mentioned Carmelo, who like people. It's funny how it's like who attacked Melo. It's like, bro, this man. If you look in the mirror, this man attacked himself.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, at this point, yeah, they're trying hard to make this a Triple H swerve so bad. And we know that it was him. We know it. Like anything not Mellow is basically a letdown. So it's kind of like they're in a corner with that. Because the Lexus King thing, that was a deflate. Didn't do him no favors. Still hasn't done him any favors. And it makes him look that much more. Well, it makes him look smart, but it makes him look dumb at the same time. Like you put yourself through all that just so you can have a spotlight match that you lost. That's pretty dumb. I was like, okay, sure.
That Mellow carried you through because I was not paying attention. I ain't even gonna hold you.
Exactly. So I mean, come on, dog. Y'all dragging this. It's a little too.
Yeah, that's what Tristan said in the Discord. He was like, bro, they're dragging this a little too long now. To the point where I'm going to lose my interest.
Yeah. Like while Trick is hot, make Trick hotter and make that turn. Be very, very.
Vengeance Day is the next PLE. Like, bro, all you have to do is literally that's your match at the PLE. Trick versus Mellow.
Pretty much.
That's literally it. Like, and that's why I was like, because people was like, someone asked me, they was like, well, how would you make it make sense for Mellow? Mellow, like because what I was doing, when I was looking up like footage for the GFX or for the end of the year awards, I came across the Wesley and Carmelo Hayes promo, and I listened back to it. Carmelo has always been the center of attention. That's been his character. He wants to be the center of attention. Jealousy makes sense. Trick Williams got hot, theme song hot. Literally, it's like he's trying to do everything to try to distract him. He literally said it on here. He's like, Trick don't deserve the NXT championship, and neither do you. He literally said it before he hit Trick tonight with the belt. So it's like, bro, he's literally telling you clear as day he did it because he's jealous of Trick's popularity. And that's your driving point.
Yeah, facts. I mean, ain't not much you can say other than like, hey, run it, bro. Run it.
What did you think about this? What do you think about Dragon Lee being NXT North American champion?
Yeah, that was another thing I kind of slick forgot about. Not because I didn't care. I mean, I looked at it as cool, but why did you book him to lose to Santos twice to then give him a championship? It's almost like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, kind of. It feels that way, low key, because as they say, my boy been on a world tour. You know what I'm saying? You seeing him everywhere. You seeing him in NXT. You seeing him on SmackDown. You seeing him on pay-per-views. He's filling in for people. I like it. Sure. I mean, it looks good on him. I'm glad he's getting this push. But kind of like you said, when you're not a fan of like main roster talents with the NXT championships, I just don't understand.
I'm pretty sure, and then it makes me question. It's like, so if Wesley didn't have the back injury, was he basically going to be back to doing what he did before he lost it to Dom? That's basically what they're doing. It's an open challenge thing. They're basically doing the Wesley thing with Dragon Lee.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah, I mean, it's amazing how every mid-card title in WWE seems to be an open challenge kind of situation, unless your name is Gunther. Wild.
And Gunther is about to face the Miz again. We'll talk about it when we get to Raw. But yeah. And last thing on NXT, not last thing, but funny thing on NXT, Thea Hale is smitten with this kid.
Yeah, I peeped that last week. Shout out to JC Jane with this creeped out ugly look.
She's like, oh my God, you're blowing it.
Yeah, because I don't get it, but I get it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, hey, she's got a crush. Cool. I mean, I was one of the ones that always thought she looked at Duke in that kind of way, but I guess he's just clear as day a brother. Yeah, he's a big brother figure, so I guess that angle is definitely not the case. But I I guess good for dude. This is probably a chance. Exactly. Who is this dude? We don't even know. He's
in Chase U. That's all I can tell you.
Exactly. So they'll make this a thing, and if we care, we care. We don't. We like Thea. So that's it.
Speaking of likes, what you think? What's up with this Tatum Paxley thing?
Yeah, I heard she has a new look.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's creepy for sure.
Me next.
Yeah, for sure. I don't know yet. I really don't. The funny thing about these little supernatural characters is that they're always
supernatural, or she's just crazy.
Probably both. Who knows? All I know is if this works for her, cool. If it don't work for her, I don't know. It's amazing that Lyra's getting all these random challengers, though.
It's literally Blair, Core, and now Tatum. And I'm guessing Nikita.
Oh, yeah. Possibly.
And Lola Vice.
Yeah,
so
Lola.
5.
Because everybody's totally forgot about this doggone contract all of a sudden. It's like, hello, it is kind of there. So she can it's their money in the bank in a sense. They can do it whenever. Mr. Me next. Nah, man. Yeah, they're giving her hella challengers. I'm just wondering which one of them takes it off of her.
That's the thing. It's like, will they take it off her, or will she just beat them all until she get the core?
More than likely, because it's either Cora or it's Nikita. If Nikita's going, it's one of them two, I would think.
Okay, let's cut the spade with Nikita. Do you feel like outside of her thickness, do you feel like the NXT roster has passed her by since she's been away?
I'm gonna try my best to be realistic here and take.
But that's what I say. You got to bypass the thickness.
I'm gonna take my favoritism out of this and just actually that's tricky, because when you're out with an injury that long and the women's division has grown the way it has, it's a beautiful thing because it gives more challengers for somebody like Nikita. But only time will tell. We have to see. Take it week by week. If it seems like she's lost in the sauce, lost in the shuffle, then well, it is what it is.
She came out there rocking that Cookie Lions fur coat during her entrance.
Oh yeah, throwback. So we'll see. We'll see what happens.
That's what I'm saying. It's like when I heard her promo, I was like, what is happening? Like you can tell she wasn't. It's like everybody has their flow of things, because that's the thing about NXT is it's constantly moving, and you can tell she's still pre-injury Nikita as far as the promo.
Well, yeah, because more than likely when you're rehabbing, you don't have much time to practice those things.
She was on TikTok and all that stuff, so she got time.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. But everybody's kind of on there. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not fair. Everybody's on there.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, you can't really use the "I don't have time" excuse because you can use that time for TikTok. Got me sound like an old man right now. You can use that time. You can use that time for TikTok. You can go to the performance and cut a promo class.
Yeah.
I'm just giving her a hard time. I'm not really. It's like, when she get lost in the sauce, it sucks for her, but it's more so. That was just my question, because I just saw the reaction on social media. It was like, has the women's division bypassed Nikita, basically?
It might have. Like I said, we just got to give it time, y'all. Let's give it about maybe a month to 2 months. Let her kind of get back into the fray, because when you start off hot the way she was, you could see that there's obviously potential there to be a top contender, right? She's like a modern day Nia Jax in a sense, that can move a little better. You know what I'm saying? So like,
and more flexible.
Well, yeah, way more. Well, that we know of anyway.
Well, we saw everything. Like,
okay, fair point. But
she did look like a great value genie with them pants on, though. Ken.
Yeah, you got me. Yeah, it's that time again, man. But we'll see. Yeah, we'll see. Let's give her a shot. We'll see what happens.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's stuff like that. Last thing about NXT, what you think about this men's breakout tournament?
Pretty excited, man. Once the women had theirs, I was like, I can't wait to see what new guy competitors we have coming up. Shout out to this brother looking like he ready for all the smoke. Like he had way too many.
Is it Oba Femi? FEMA?
Yeah, homeboy had way too many Red Bulls and ate way too many of themselves.
That brother be looking like Zeus.
Yeah,
shout out
bro.
Tiny Lister. Rest in peace, Debo.
My boy is bugged out. Like he ready to get y'all that work, bro. Like, watch this one. I'm telling you, man. I feel a new stable down the line coming. Shout out to these brothers though.
This brother brought back the pounce. Shout out Monty Brown.
Yeah, man.
Pounce.
I'm already seeing both of these brothers, and I'm saying I can't wait till when y'all ready enough, man. Bobby gonna love y'all. Pause. but I mean that in the sense of y'all got that look where he can I guess do a little something if they still. I don't know. We'll see, but
we'll see. And then so basically Lexus King, Velcro Beard, Brett Michaels. We're not even gonna call him Lexus King. Brett Michaels. We can't call him Sweetness from the Popped Out of Pepper because that's my uncle, the actor. So we're not finna disrespect my uncle like that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he attacked one of the guys and he took their place. So now it'll be this is your official bracket after tonight. It'll be Riley Osborne, that guy from that Thea Hill has a crush on, versus either Brett Michaels or Dion Lennox. And then on the other side, you got Oba Femi. I'm probably butchering the hell out of that. Versus Tavion Heights and Lucia Crucifino. These names. Luca, probably?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, that sounds about right. I can tell you for a fact when I saw that guy, I said, Vegeta Beard, man, if you ain't lying. When I saw that Lucia dude, I said to myself, yeah, he's automatically getting paired with Kiana James. I can totally see
for sure. With
a gimmick like that,
with the ripped sleeves and
yeah, like him, Kiana's gonna form with her being like a boss gimmick, entrepreneur kind of thing. They're gonna totally use him as her legal personnel, and then they'll form like a little stable around her. Maybe I guess with this new chick that helped her, Izzy Dame, I guess she'll be some part, kind of like a JBL cabinet thing in a sense. A modern day version. So don't be surprised. As far as I see, they let one brother already lose, so I'm like, okay,
yeah, that's the guy, Mr. Pounce.
So I'm like, okay, well, that's one brother gone. Yeah, I get a feeling that Tavion, assuming he is a brother or somewhat of a brother, maybe he's Samoan, I don't know, but he don't look like he gonna advance. And something is really telling me
they finna give it to Brett Michaels, ain't they?
Yeah, they are. They really finna give it to this man because. Pause, but they're finna give it to that guy. Like he's totally winning this tournament for whatever reason, and we're just here to see the rest in the showcase. And I'm kind of glad. It's kind of interesting that he, out of all of them, got taken out. Because when I saw him, I said, "Well, he's automatically the tag team partner of another person with a gimmick very similar."
The face paint just threw me off. I'm sorry. The war paint, it threw me off. I'm like, bro, you just said, yeah, give me that line.
Yeah, but you already know. I mean, you can already see it. That's a tag team. Like, I'm like, bro, how many Native Americans? Really? I'm like, okay, cool. I mean, I'm loving that Native Americans are getting love, man. Shout out to y'all for real, because this the OG land for the Native Americans. You feel me? But I'm just like, I hope this is like legit. Y'all actually are like of Native American roots, and this ain't just gimmick. Please. We don't want to offend our people out there. You know what I mean?
What I think ain't a gimmick though is Dijak's hatred for everybody. That brother has a blood feud with everybody.
Yeah, he does.
Like he's a man out here bleeding from the temple.
Gonna be interesting to see what happens with old Dijak.
That's another guy I'm surprised that Triple H ain't brought back up to the main roster, because his brother, I get he's been cooking in NXT, but it's like he could be doing something.
Yeah, ain't it amazing how him and Keith Lee both kind of peaked from the time of when they were putting on epic bangers together? It's like they're missing each other because they're dance partners that are like, when they're together, they just have a thing that makes people pay attention. And I don't know, I just can't explain it. It's weird.
Yeah,
like they both just haven't recovered from the kind of similar to Karrion Kross, who I'm sure we'll get to. But yeah, weird.
I ain't talking about Karrion Kross. The brother bores me.
What exactly? Oh boy. Yeah.
But yeah, that's all I gotta say about NXT. You want to talk about Raw?
Sure, we can talk about Raw. Why not? Raw was
Yeet is back.
Yeet is back. Yeet.
His brother's gonna be yeeting literally. Like, all right, this is what I'm gonna need them to do. I'm gonna need them to relax on the yeetisms.
Okay.
His brother literally said yeet down. What you call it? Wade Barrett said something about Yeetville. He's the master of, it's like the Jey Uso called himself the Yeet Master.
Okay.
And
didn't he make a pun of like, can I get a yeet or something like that?
He's like, if you want Drew McIntyre to catch this yeet down, can I get a yeet?
Yeah.
I'm gonna need him to relax.
Man.
Relax, my boy.
Hey, let him have his fun.
No, we're not doing that. No,
hey,
we're not doing that. Relax.
It's only gonna get more yeet.
It's gonna get like they're gonna literally say, how else can I say yeet? How else am I gonna be able to say yeet? I can't really say too much because I did buy the hoodie.
Oh yeah, me too. I mean, I'm waiting on that thing to arrive now. I'm like, hey man, we finna take this all the way up. You feel?
You know what I'm saying? I like yeet, but like, don't overdo it, my boy. That's all I'm saying. Like,
agreed.
God damn.
The chance is one thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like I like the crowd. I like the fact that the crowd actually yeets when he punches. That's cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
But other than that, no. Stop.
That's fair, brother. That's fair. That is fair.
Drew McIntyre's obsession with the truth grows. Have your opinion about this changed since the last time we talked about him?
Not too much. I mean, this truthful McIntyre. I mean, it gives me, what vibe did I say that gave me? I don't even really remember the vibe. It's
whiny. That's basically what you was like. He's too whiny for your taste.
Drew McIntyre, ladies and gentlemen. I still stick with that. The truth will set you free. It's like, okay, sure. Well, the truth is, you are Drew McIntyre, my guy, and you need to get over it. Okay, move on.
I mean, he picked up the win by raking the eye, so this is the heel Drew. Like, are you a fan of them constantly pinning Jay?
Hell no. And I'm mad that they got to put this man up against Drew all the time to lose. That's 3 losses against Drew, bro. I don't like that.
I'm not really
like.
I get that his entrance. I get that his entrance is over, but it's like it's gonna be kind of hard for other people to really care if he wins. I mean, if about him long term, if he's not winning, like he got to win something.
Yeah, especially if WrestleMania season will be here before we know it. So
same thing with Jimmy. Like they have to start winning if you want us to care about that match.
Yeah,
otherwise it would just be the match of 2 losers.
Exactly. You know, with one of them being over and in an entrance situation. You know what I mean?
That's it.
It's like it's wild. So please find a way to have both of these men win some key victories. I ain't just talking about little no names or little people that anybody could beat. Now I'm talking about have them beating some key people. I don't care how you do it. If Jimmy's cheating to win, fine. He's the heel. He's supposed to. Let Jay get some significant clean wins.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because war games don't count.
Yeah, he didn't even get the pin on that. That was Cody.
Exactly. But it was a super, you know what I'm saying? A super team. A Randy Orton, a Cody Rhodes, a Jey Uso, and a Sami Zayn. You're not gonna lose that.
Yeah. That's the only downside. It's like Drew should go out solo if he's fixated on Vengeance, but they got him on different brands. So he's busy blaming the other Samoan.
Pretty much. And picking on him constantly.
Yeah. So it's like, and then it was funny is like, well, he contradicted himself. It's like Jay tried to apologize. You just wasn't hearing it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Despite the fact he did take his apology back slightly, but by that
because he kept like, bro, I'm about to take it back if you don't want it. Shit, fuck you.
Yeah, got that right. Yeah, nah, I ain't feeling it yet, man. I mean, the aggressiveness is cool, and also I think I
like
heard
him better as a heel, but other than that, it's just like it stops there.
Yeah, and I'm gonna bring this up to the fact that I think I heard this on last week's episode. I'm gonna agree with the point where if you're gonna be a full-fledged heel, bro, dish the sword. Please get rid of Angela. Throw it out. Get rid of if you ain't doing no damage to nobody with the thing.
Did he come out there with the sword this week? I don't think he did.
Did he? I don't know.
I don't think he did. I don't think he did. No, he walked straight out with a microphone and he just had the match.
Okay. Well, let's see if Angela's fully gone. Get rid of her. Get rid of the little Titantrons. Get rid of the little sword in the start.
Just do a full revamp.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, so I get that. Yeah, so yeah. Other than that, yeah, it's only so much we can care for long term. Like just get Jay to win because he needs some wins. He's been losing a lot more than he should, and get them different opponents. That's it. Because we don't need to see Drew versus Jay again. Because if he scratched his eyes, I'm pretty sure they're gonna do a rematch at some point. But we need a space between that. That's
yeah, man. I'll discount two of them because of the fact that they were cheating, but the War Games one was like, okay, come on. And you didn't even beat him with a Claymore. You beat him with your secondary finisher. So that really made me mad.
Oh no, he beat him with a Claymore this week.
Oh, I know. Right to eye. I mean, the second time.
The second.
I'm saying like the fact that the second meeting.
The second meeting. Okay.
Yeah, I'm like the second meeting for you not to have even beaten him with your finisher.
And then this time he beat him after raking the eyes. So yeah. And but Jay needs a win.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of wins, Rhea Ripley versus Maxine Dupree was something.
Capital S, capital T, capital I, capital F, F. Stiff
as hell. Like
I was like, man, Maxine, girl, you're beautiful, but you are stiff.
I literally saw people on social media trying to blame Rhea Ripley for this.
No, it ain't her fault. Come on, y'all. Stop. We know.
She was struggling with a power bomb.
Yeah.
And Rhea is strong.
Exactly. Like, now granted, I ain't gonna say all that, but still, it's just Max, you even
saw with the Riptide. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah. And it's like maybe she's just afraid to take these bumps or something. I don't know. Chad got to work with her some more off screen. If he's training her, I would think he is. If not, whoever's training her, you gotta hammer that. Like you gotta be like, hey, take
that.
Was
wow. Yeah, like, I don't even blame her. I don't even blame Maxine. She wasn't ready.
No, in fact, she really wasn't. Like when I saw that, I said, wait, what? Why? I'm like, bro, you don't.
Like, why is this happening?
I was like, you don't do this for what? Who is that elevating? It doesn't elevate Maxine. She's not ready for that kind of spotlight. It darn sure doesn't do anything for Rhea Ripley. That's
because
just
people already are complaining about Rhea's title reign right now.
Exactly.
And so you put her in this situation where you're feeding the naysayers fuel to shit on Rhea. Because come on, how are you blaming Rhea for trying her best to work with somebody who's clearly not ready?
Yeah, bro.
And this is not even somebody who's trained. I'm not a trained wrestler. You're not a trained wrestler. Fact. This is from someone who's watching TV, who's been watching wrestling for, in my case, damn near 30, what was it? No, damn near 25 years.
Mm-hmm.
And you probably longer. So it's like we're looking at it and we've seen the worst and we've seen the best. And we're not saying that we're not going to sit on here and bash Maxine because she's still pretty much over.
Mm-hmm.
She's talented as hell. She's good for those spots that pops the crowd, but to work a full-fledged match, it should have been shorter than what it was.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep it positive and say she's got potential to be a Trish.
She got potential. Like, yo, I'm not finna sit here and act like we sat through Kelly matches. Kelly wasn't the best.
Kelly,
Michelle McCool, not Michelle McCool, Candice Michelle.
Yeah, Candice Michelle.
All these like
she won the belt, so if she can,
that's what I'm saying. So it's like we've seen people who clearly shouldn't have been wrestlers, but they became wrestlers over time. We're saying don't discount them, don't write them off, don't write Maxine off. Damn sure don't blame Rhea.
Mm-hmm.
It was just a situation where they gave her a sink or swim situation, and she kind of sunk. But
I'd say
he has potential to swim.
I'd say probably about a year from today, we'll have a different conversation about
Oh,
Maxine.
yeah, for sure. Because that's the thing about it. Like, Maxine looks like the type of person that is dedicated.
Yeah, I don't know if you noticed, but when I saw her coming out, she looked like she's getting bigger.
Oh, yeah, I know she's training.
Yeah, she looks like I saw some tone. Like, you ain't looking as slim as you used to look. Like, you look like you kind of getting bigger here. So
Kind of working out a little bit.
Yeah, so I'm like, give it time, man. Don't hold her. Like, you did it right. Don't hold her against it. Don't hold Rhea against it. It's just that was an eye test, and the eye don't lie. It ain't ready.
She ain't ready yet.
She's still marinating, y'all. So just let
give it time to cook. Like, we're not white folks over here. We're not finna just put some salt and pepper on the turkey and just say, here, eat. We're gonna actually marinate it. We're gonna stuff the turkey. We're gonna actually eat some food. We're gonna basically help me grow by eating. So we're gonna eat and we're gonna let it marinate a little bit. That's all it is. That's all it is. What you think about this match though? Rhea versus Ivy.
Oh, that got me hyped, man. Cause that's, bro. You see the tone definition between the two, man. Like, bro, that's like, bro, that's just waiting to be something epic. Now, granted, only thing I'd say with Ivy Nile is that we haven't seen enough matches of her, even in her NXT days. But I've seen enough to know that she can, compared to what we saw with that, she can definitely hold her own with the Rhea Ripley.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I ain't gonna lie, that's money. It, from a look standpoint, it's money. Hopefully, the in-ring matches.
Yeah, like Deshaun says, it's gonna slap. Hopefully, that's what I'm saying. All you can do is, instead of like constantly shitting on people, all you gotta do is like, yo, let's keep hope alive and hope this match actually. Not even. I'm not expecting nobody to go out here and have like a 10-star lariat or tope suicida left and right. But I'm talking about like actually don't look like you're about to die.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what it looked like a few times when you looked at Maxine versus Rhea. It's like it looked like if Rhea wasn't who she was, guaranteed Maxine would have been dropped on her neck.
Yeah,
that's how stiff she was.
Yeah,
so that was oof. Speaking of stiff and rile up, let's talk about Seth Rollins unleashing on CM Punk. And unleashed he was. Our boy Seth freaking Rollins had enough of Sir Phil Brooks. Oh, let me not call shoot names. CM Punk. But before that, Punk came out. I still hate that shirt. Hell froze over. I still hate it.
Yeah.
But he came out. He officially signed with Raw. I'm pretty sure it was a dead giveaway when they signed Randy Orton to SmackDown.
Oh, for sure. We knew Raw had to win. They had to catch a win because if you'd have lost him, bruh, Raw would have looked so not credible.
Especially when Roman ain't always there.
Oh, yeah. It's just like Raw needed that. They needed that signing. So, I wish they would have kind of found a way to do it at the same time to make it a little more interesting. But it's cool. They had their individual moments.
Oh, yeah. But did you actually peep the Seth Rollins promo?
I did, and
Let me get your thoughts before I get mine.
oof. Well, I heard a certain individual, shout out to True Hill Heat, one of the guests on there talk about. It was kind of funny because I had listened to it just literally the day before this promo actually came about because they were excited of saying, word is that Seth's mic skills aren't the best, so they say. And so they were saying the moment these two have a promo battle, CM Punk is going to cook this man. Now, ironically, I bet neither were we expecting a promo battle this soon. Yet, at the same time, I will say one thing that was noted was that if Seth laughs and does that doggone laugh, you can't take him serious in terms of true hate for CM Punk, right? Like not saying he doesn't like the man, but all the antics that people have been blowing up since he appeared, they'd be like, nope, yep, not believing it. Like how we just talked about earlier, where you don't believe Cora Jade. Well, I don't believe Seth. If he did that little laugh, it's like, I don't believe you now because you just went passionate.
You can't. That's the thing. It's like this is one of those feuds like he did with Riddle and like he did with Finn briefly. You can't laugh. You can't come out dancing. You can't come out hyping up the crowd. You have to literally be like, I hate you. Like he literally said it. He's like, I came out, I hate you. He didn't build up to it. He didn't like allude to it. He just straight up said, I hate you. And it's this, and I'm gonna keep it a buck. It's the same promo that we saw with Heyman Adam Page and AEW. The only difference is I feel like management knows how to make money with this as opposed to letting the inmates run the asylum over there.
Yeah.
Because I feel like if they would have, if say Heyman did cut this promo and they would have actually nipped this in the bud before the brawl out happened, CM Punk probably would have still been in AEW. Yeah,
probably.
But Tony Khan being Tony Khan, he wants to be everybody's fucking friend. It blew up in his face.
That's kind of why they're getting those WCW comparisons from people. Yeah. Shout out to Playboy Rick because he's one of the OGs that actually said that WCW 2.0. Good professional wrestling, but from the backstage antics and stuff, says enough, especially with a lot of management leaving and resigning and getting, let go. All these little, hence the QT Marshalls leaving and backstage morale not being what it used to be, and people like Ricky Starks when their contract is up slowly leaving out.
It's like the quote unquote mold or the quote unquote cancer is back in WWE, and why is there still problems?
Exactly. So not a good look, man, if ratings and things like that. I mean, when I hear JD of all people actually talking negatively about AEW for a second, I said to myself, oh, yeah, it's really problems now. If you talking that,
if one of the biggest dick eaters is talking negative about the dick, then it's a problem.
It's like, wait a minute. You're actually not gonna say praising WWE, but your tone in WWE is a lot different now than it used to be. Yeah. Suddenly, because CM Punk's over there, because Randy Orton's back, because Roman and all these other big names. Because it used to be like, oh, it's Roman or nothing, but now all these names are here. LA Knight's a big name.
They're building Jey Uso and all these people. Like it's literally everybody there's nobody out of place in WWE, and it's like, yes, the Continental Classic is fun. Yes, the in-ring is fun, but y'all got to get this. Y'all got to find the leak.
Yeah. Get these stories together. Make the Swerve is the only thing saving them right now. I swear.
My interest in Swerve, Prince Nana, Mogul Embassy, the Continental Classic in general, Orange Cassidy is keeping my interest in AEW. And Tony Storm.
Oh, and Julia Hart.
Yeah, those are the people that are keeping my interest. If those people start falling off, I don't care anymore.
I'll throw Ricky in there too, even though they got him in a tag team situation. I mean, Ricky's still Ricky, but it's just a matter of I feel they could do more with him. But for what he's given, Ricky's Ricky.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it's like that's what I'm like. That's the only comparison you're gonna get the AEW versus WWE from me, because it's like it's the same promo what Seth cut. That's my thoughts on it. Like it's the same promo that Seth cut, that Heyman cut. About I'm protecting this place from you, from people like you.
Yeah, it was like a copy and paste kind of method. And like I said, I felt like he was being a little too, I couldn't believe the passion because I felt like he was trying too hard with it. And I'm like, Seth, I don't feel the genuineness in there, man.
Because you're a company man. Like you're not finna wreck your position for petty hate. And it's like, I'm not even gonna hold you. The hate that he, or the stuff, the negativity he said about him, I forgot about. Low key, like, because I ain't gonna lie to you, I don't give a shit. But at the same time, it's like, and it's like, but as soon as I saw that interview where he mentioned Colt Cabana, I'm like, oh, I already know where they're going with this. I already know. So we're definitely going to. CM Punk is officially in the Royal Rumble, so he officially declared himself to be in the Royal Rumble. So that's going to be interesting. That's going to be like, see where they're going to go booking wise, because Cody is also in the Royal Rumble. And you know, he got this story that he wants to finish. That's the thing about this show. Everybody got the goddamn story they want to finish.
Yeah, because apparently so does Drew.
So does Drew. So does Damian Priest. I'm like, God damn.
I mean, I guess we shouldn't complain. We happy about that.
We shouldn't complain because all these stories make sense.
Yeah, they do. Because I mean, yeah, you can't forget about the Money in the Bank because you're like, well, yeah, that can ruin anybody's story. It's like, hey, you finished your story, but guess what? Now I'm starting mines. You know, so you can't forget about that doggone thing. And we know how.
Yeah, speaking of dumb, Punk's first match back is against Dominic Mysterio.
Well,
at a live event. It's at a live event.
You know what? Shout out to Dom. Shout out, man. You just getting all the debut matches, ain't you? I mean, Randy Orton's first. I ain't gonna lie to
you, the kid is cooking.
He is, and I'm. That's why I'm just like, bruh, low key, you the MVP, bro. Low key, you getting your first match. You're so over as a heel that everybody knows to have their debut match against you because of how much everybody hates you and wants to see you get your butt whooped. You're doing your job correctly, sir.
Yeah.
You're doing exactly
what you would have thought all he had to do was grow a fucking mullet.
Yeah. I mean, I love the way he threw that shirt at Dragon Lee during the intro. I was just like, oh my God, that was perfect.
He's such an asshole.
Yeah.
And I love it. Man. But yeah, Seth Rollins, like the promo was solid. The promo was pretty. It got me like, oh, okay, now y'all getting spicy, like y'all getting whatever. But it's like that's my only comparison. Is like the Hangman one wasn't really. It did come out of nowhere because it was like, what the fuck? Because I can tell you, literally watching it live, the Hangman promo on Punk, I was like, the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
Whereas this one is kind of expected because there was that interview with the Colt Cabana podcast that Punk did, and he mentioned Seth Rollins being a bootlicker and just being terrible or whatever. So it's like, did they apologize? Probably, because I doubt they. Like I was saying, like if you have to be that person that wants to know behind the scenes, I'm pretty sure there's no legit beef. But I still love it when wrestlers hate each other.
Yeah, I'm about to say, I'm pretty sure it's safe to say they're not the best of friends, but I'm sure they resolved it from business purposes, obviously. I mean,
Cody and Seth ain't friends, but they handle business. Seth said that. I mean, Cody said that. He's like, me and Seth are not friends, but
which is wild to me, dog, because I'm like, who doesn't not like Cody, bro? Like, Cody.
There's some people out there who do not like that man.
It's wild to me though, because I'm like, why? What is it about you that does? I mean, I get it. You can't like everybody, but still, wow.
Yeah. Speaking of people who can't like everybody, Becky Lynch got petty with Nia Jax. Did you peep that promo?
I did. Love the callback. Love the story.
5 years ago.
Yeah. Storytelling, man. You knew it's crazy because they never touched paths before that point. Since that point, and now here we are.
Well, she did mention that Nia got injured. She had double ACL surgery.
I do remember that. Yep, I do remember that.
So they probably couldn't revisit that because she was injured. What you think about the promo? Before I get your opinion, I actually enjoyed the pettiness. I don't know, but something about the Rollins Lynch house being petty was just that was my favorite type of petty. I just enjoyed it. I like the little snippet that she said. She's like, she said something about your your people, even your legs don't like you because your ACLs didn't even want to stand up for you. And I'm like, damn. Matter of fact, let me make sure I'm quoting it right. What let me pull it up. Did I say it right? I probably didn't. But when she said it, I was like, God, like you have to like Becky, chill.
That's what you call a straight up kill shot, baby.
And she wasn't even out there. I was like, damn. Let me pull it up. Where are you? I gotta scroll because it was literally a whole day ago. But this shit was. I was like, God damn. You ain't had to hurt her like that. Yeah.
I bet.
What you think about the promo while I look for it?
You know, everything you would expect, man. Becky cooking on the mic. It shows that, you know, we all know that Nia's strong point is not the mic at all. So it was expected that Becky was going to carry this promo, as she very much did. But I like that Nia Jax kept it cool, calm, and collected for the most part, as being who Nia Jax is. And just being able to be as fine as she freaking is. Just takes over that camera. It's like, I don't even care what your words are.
I'm like my monster.
Yeah, it's like the woman talks and it's like, I'm just looking at you. I don't even if you said something that didn't even make a lick of sense, it's cool because you are fine. I'm sorry.
Becky said Nia is so unlikable that her own knees won't even stand up for her.
I ain't gonna lie, though. That's some bars right there, dog. Like that's some real bars. Becky bars. You know, let me find out, Becky, you got some bars. That should be your new little tagline, Becky bars, doggone it. Let me see if you got some bars and you spitting, cooking on this mic the way you doing like that. Now that's one heck of a next phase gimmick for you, girl. You finding ways to just be petty and turn that into.
That's been her whole thing when she was big time back. She was just petty. That was literally her whole thing. She was just a petty motherfucker.
Low key, bro. I guess I'm kind of excited for the match.
I'm intrigued.
Yeah.
I'm intrigued. Like Becky, she knows how to be that underdog. Fact. And Nia is the heavy. So we got to see what they do with her and see how this goes. But I'm intrigued. That's all I got on that.
For sure.
I'm intrigued on that. Next, so we'll definitely talk about that one. Next up, this R-Truth's continue bit with the Judgment Day.
my guy, Truth, man. Hey, shout out to Truth, dog. Love that dude, man. Now this whole thing just had me laughing. Shout out to the fact that he kicked out the man we all wanted to kick out, old Funko over there.
No, big ass head, JD.
I think we need to kick JD out, dog. Nobody likes you. Like, I was like, yo.
Damian Priest was fighting for his life. Try not to laugh. Finn didn't give a fuck. He just bust out laughing. But Damian, he had to turn around. He was like, oh my God. Oh.
Hey, you know, it's so funny that I swear to God, Truth is just that funny where it's like, how serious can you be in the ring? Let's see. Like, you know, it was one thing when we talked about Sami Zayn making the Bloodline break character. Trust me. Guarantee you Truth can do that without even trying. That man will make Solo Sikoa break character. I guarantee you.
Oh, for sure. That's what I'm saying. Finn didn't even care. He just said, yeah, I'm just gonna laugh, like, because this shit is hilarious.
Yeah, I swear to God, bro. This man's like, I can't with you, Truth.
Like, oh my God. And it's like, I don't even think R-Truth be trying.
No,
that's the funny thing about it. He just be nonchalant with it.
It's just naturally him. I saw a Photoshop image and I swear on everything, they were like, "Hey man, had a Photoshop image of Truth with the World Heavyweight Championship. Like, hey, would you be mad if R-Truth got that thank you for your service kind of run? You know, when you get ready to call it and they give him. I'm like, I wouldn't be mad at it. I'm like, hey, bro, listen, hey, if the timing's right and it makes sense." And he finds a way, comedic or not, and makes it work, I'm with it by all means. But you know, we'll see. But the fact that this man just can literally come in and be straight up gold, light up the dog, it's what you needed. Now, I'm intrigued though to see what happens now because I'm like, okay, he got attacked. I'm like, all right, so let's see. It told me he's clear for contact, obviously, and seeing that because we hadn't seen him really get contact since this moment. So now it's like, okay, cool, he's taking contact. So assuming 6-man tag here, Creed brothers.
Oh yeah, because the Creed brothers came out and made the save.
Yeah, I'm assuming. I thought that was a little random, but it made sense.
I mean, they're the number one contenders.
Yeah, I just was like, I'm surprised they're saving Truth because they have no association with him.
I mean, they just did that backstage segment with them on the show, so they had an interaction.
All right.
It's the Cody one that was just like, huh?
Oh yeah, that's the one I was thinking of. You're right. That's the one I was thinking of. I didn't understand that because I was like, what? Why? What do y'all have to do with Cody Rhodes? I was like,
yeah, I was gonna say because I think they challenge for the tag titles next week.
Yeah,
so we'll definitely be talking about that on next week's show.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, man.
Because they've been throwing them all over the show. They basically Captain Saberthought.
They believe in these guys, man, and I love it. I love seeing their elevation and growth, and I love seeing how they're not disappointing. They're letting people know, hey, we here.
Yeah, like I said, like my opinion hasn't changed. They aren't ready as far as promo wise, but you can't really. And the same thing with Maxine. Like you can't be ready unless you try, unless you get thrown into the deep end. Mm-hmm. Just like swimming, you have to be thrown into the deep end if you can sink or swim. And you're gonna make mistakes, and all you have to do instead of sticking with the mistakes, you just learn from it, and you keep going, you keep going, you keep going. So far so good with them. That's that's all I got on that. But the truth never changed.
Never changed, dog.
And then last thing about Raw, Cody Rhodes and Nakamura. What you think about that match? It was the main event.
Interesting way to end it, I guess. The missed situation.
Cody needs to work on his ducking skills.
Yeah, they said to say. I guess that's one of those things where he'll get missed it quite often until he learns to duck it. Ah, yes. Pause. Yeah. Well, I don't know, dude. Yeah. I mean, it was cool for what it was. I mean, I'm trying to figure out how I feel about Cody right now these days.
Elaborate.
Just since not doing it at Mania, even though he has the John Cena spot, I'm not as excited to see him most times yet. And I can't explain why yet, because it's like I like Cody, I root for Cody, but I don't know if it's the presentation or it's just these side quest feuds until you get to the actual finishing of the story. You know what I mean?
I kind of feel like they need to pivot.
Yeah, I feel like they're showing it. Maybe they're giving us him too much. Maybe we shouldn't really see him wrestle every week or something. I don't know. You know, something like that.
No, I mean, like, I feel like they need to pivot the story. He lost. The story's finished. I still stand by that. The story is fucking finished. He lost. Was it clean? No, but he lost.
It's a story within a story.
Yeah.
A finished story that's creating a new story to finish the unfinished story. Yeah, see, it's not just it's these doggone side quests. You know, like I like the fact it's a different matchup. It's the first time ever, you know, him and Nakamura. Not saying it wasn't cool. It's just it's Cody that's not doing it for me right now. And I don't know if it's just because it's these side quests to the inevitable.
It's likely the side quest.
Yeah, it's because we just know, like, okay, all of this is filler until he gets the opportunity again and wins the title. So it's just I don't feel interested until he.
I think you're not alone. It's a lot of people I've seen. They're like, can we just get to the point already?
Yeah,
like you're dragging it out. Like Roman isn't here, and it's like this. It's feeding there to like he should have. If Roman wasn't going to be here, he should have just won at Mania.
Exactly.
Because you're literally like all these feuds could have been for the title.
Pretty much, yeah.
Or just take Cody off TV.
He does kind of need a break. Yeah, and I mean he's in that John Cena position, so it's almost like he's not going to get that
because he's pretty much the face.
Mm-hmm. So it's like, yeah, dude, they got to figure that out, and they got to figure that out fast. But yeah, we'll see, man. It was a match. I'm not gonna sit there and say it was like super.
It wasn't bad. It was just I knew it was going to be fuck finished. Like people, it's funny how people always assume when I tweet I know what's going to happen, but I still have my reaction because I turn my analyst eyes off when I'm watching the show.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm not trying to be a fucking analyst. I'm not trying to be behind the scenes all the goddamn time. I'm trying to be a wrestling fan.
Mm-hmm.
So if I react, that's a genuine reaction. Like I don't need people in my comments. Oh, I don't think they really hate each other when I was talking about Seth and Punk. Or oh, you knew what was going to happen. I'm like, okay, let me be a fucking fan. Shit. If be niggas like that, I'll be like, God damn, can y'all stop? But yeah, the Creeds came out to help Nakamura, and it's like they was basically being Captain Saber thought,
which was completely random, completely wild. But it was just like, okay, sure. Insert yourself in business that has nothing to do with you. I guess doing the right thing. I don't know.
I guess Nakamura probably gonna screw them out of the titles next week, huh?
Yeah, that's kind of possible. I mean, when you insert yourself in someone else's business, that typically means
you're getting screwed. So.
Yeah.
So. Your fault, dumbass.
Rookie mistake.
But rookie mistake. All right, let's talk about AEW real quick. AEW is time to get all elite. What you think about this Continental Classic so far?
It's been smooth. Cool matches. Everything we expected. I like the fact that it's getting in the crunch time period now with some of these losses, and the fact that like oh boy, like I like the story they were telling with Jay White and Jay Lethal from their past, and how Jay White looked up to Jay Lethal when Jay Lethal was like running things in ROH and being the Jay Lethal I remember.
I don't know what the hell they doing Jay Lethal now.
Yeah, neither here nor there. And then the other story being told with good old Jay Briscoe. Wait, did I say Mark Briscoe?
Mark Briscoe. Rest in peace, Jay.
Yes, sorry, Jay. Mark Briscoe. Yeah, I like the story of the last chance situation and eliminated, but still able to compete and showcase for next year, which is always interesting to me when they say that. So, but yeah, man, everything that's expected. And then again, in Eddie Kingston's case, it's my guy. He
finally got a win. He finally got a win.
Okay, he got a win, and it's like, still kind of crunch time, my guy, because now you got to get more wins.
Oh yeah, because right now the two leaders are Swerve and Mox.
Yeah, looking forward to that clash for sure.
Oh yeah, it's going down on tomorrow because it seems like from this graphic, it seems like a pretty solid winter is coming because next week is winter is coming. You got Roosh, who got 3 points, taking on Jay Lethal, who pretty much is eliminated. Mm-hmm. And then you have Swerve taking on John Moxley. Both of them have 9 points. Then you have Jay White versus Mark Briscoe. Mark Briscoe obviously is eliminated. And then Jay White got 6 points. Then you got Ruby Soho versus Riho. Hangman Adam Page versus Roderick Strong. We'll hear from the Golden Jets, Kenny Omega and Chris Jericho, and also hear from Samoa Joe.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty solid episode of Dynamite.
Yeah. Looking forward to some of that. So
some of the matches, like that's what I'm saying. I'm like, Dynamite to me right now I'm in the middle with Dynamite. Like I'm not excited to see it like I used to be, but it's more so like when I watch it, it's like, okay, this is fun.
Yeah, I can say the same. It's just kind of like if it interests me enough, or if it's I may not even watch it, and then it's like when there's something where everybody's like, yo, you gotta see this, then I'll be like, all right, let me go see this. You know what I mean? That's kind of where I'm at with Dynamite these days, and to some extent Collision, and bump the other show, because at that point it's just Rampage is so
Rampage. I mean, I peeped Brian Daniels versus Garcia on that. That was a pretty solid match.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you know, when
This is Brian Daniels.
yeah, if they give you something worthwhile for a Rampage, then you may tune in. But most times it's just like the randoms. And it's like I listened to another pod that kind of brought up a point where AEW's problem is actually, yeah, no, I'm gonna bring up JD. That's right. JD brought that up. Him and another dude he does Tuesday Night Titans with, and they were kind of on like a mini 10-minute rant of just talking about the fact that people don't want to pay for AEW shows these days because of the fact that they just don't know who or what they're getting when they come to these shows. You have this big roster of so many talented people, but week to week, you don't know who's going to be on the show. And then they'll either give you randoms that you haven't seen in weeks. Like, where's Powerhouse Hobbs these days? You know, I mean,
he's with the Don Callis family.
Yeah, and we know, but where's he been lately? Have you seen him?
Yeah, on Rampage.
Exactly. Why? How did we go from a big crazy promo?
He beat Chris Jericho. Listen. I know you about to go on a rant, but we're probably about to say the same thing.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck are they doing with Konosuke What are they doing with Konosuke Takeshita? I'm getting tongue-tied with this shit. My bad. What are they doing with Konosuke Takeshita?
Yeah, you had him beat Kenny Omega
twice.
And like, what has that done for him? Nothing. He should be a main eventer.
He's in the tag team with Powerhouse Hobbs, who beat Chris Jericho on Rampage.
In a dominant fashion, too, because need I mind you, remember, Jericho don't lose that often in singles matches. And when he do, he ain't dominated like he was. So it's like...
Oh, yeah, he folded that man up like a wishbone. So
exactly. That should have been the catapulting point.
See, that's the thing. I feel like I think I heard this from Solomonster. He was like, he feels like, and I'm feeling that too. He feels like they're building... Because, you know, they got the Golden Jets versus Ricky Starks and Big Bill at some point.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure they're building Jericho and Kenny to win the tag team titles and then have Powerhouse Hobbs and Konosuke take the tag team titles. But my gripe is what they should have done when Kenny lost to Konosuke twice. He should have went after Orange Cassidy and the international title.
Mm-hmm.
And bring that to the Don Callis family. And have somebody else, maybe Kyle Fletcher, because isn't he supposed to be in there too?
Yeah.
Maybe have him team up with Powerhouse Hobbs if you want to put Hobbs in a tag team again to go after. Or fuck it. Because didn't Hobbs lose the TNT title and not get a rematch?
Yeah.
Shouldn't he want to go get a rematch?
You would think. As weird as it is, though, given that, you know, Christian... Right now, it's where it's supposed to be because Christian's actually really making that title
He's making it relevant.
Yeah, so it's amazing how that TNT title hot potatoes in terms of there's certain people who make it look important and then there's other people who don't. And then it was just that was another complaint.
Like this shit with Wardlow. I do not give a fuck about Wardlow. I'm sorry. I'm trying.
Nah,
it's the same shit over and over and over again. It's worse than missionary position.
Yeah. No, he's getting the Goldberg treatment 10 times worse
because it's the same shit. He's literally powerbomb, bro. I need you to equip more moves into your DLC pack.
Yeah, because if you play one of that guy on Fight Forever, if you even do play Fight Forever,
and fuck that game.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, bro, this just all around.
It's a lot of. It's like I'm not trying to complain about AEW. The good is the classic, the Continental Classic. The C2 is what's good. Julia Hart is what's good. Timeless Tony Storm and Mariah May is what's good. Who else? Ricky Starks and Big Bill was good. There's a lot of good, but it's just a lot of bad. It's like, bro, why? Because back on Konosuke Takeshita.
Mm-hmm.
If you like, he could have been in this Continental Classic. He could have been in that World Title Eliminator Tournament, the #1 contender. You know who they put in there? Nick Wayne.
Wow. That man is green as a green screen. What the freak? Oh my god.
That's what I'm saying. It's like it's like Tony is so scared to make people like, bro, niggas lose. It's wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
It's all about the follow-up. People win, people lose. You can literally make a big, like if Konosuke loses, you can make it a big deal. You don't have to protect everybody. That's Tony's problem. He wants to protect everybody.
Yeah. That's why I'm intrigued to see how he does this with Swerve and Moxley. I swear to God, if it's a draw, I'm gonna just be like,
yo, I 100% expect it to be a draw.
Because they haven't had a draw yet.
And they've been hyping up 1 point apiece. I bet you it'll be both of them will walk away with 10 points.
Mm-hmm.
Because he does not want to beat Mox and he does not want to beat Swerve.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's the problem. Niggas gotta lose, my boy. It's okay. It's wrestling.
It's wrestling, man. And everybody wants Swerve to win this championship, this whole thing. So you gotta have.
You can't have it like niggas can't be invincible. I don't know, man.
Yeah. It just go back to my point that one time when I said I'm looking at two different AEWs.
Oh yeah, from early AEW to now?
Yeah, it's
two different things.
Like the thing you did with Santana and Ortiz was nice, but you barely showcased it. You put
and that's
it
another thing. Santana and Ortiz, they had that blow off match at Rampage, and you ain't seen them not once.
You ain't seen
one of them.
Yeah, not since. But it was yet such a, and the whole thing was Santana wanted to go be his own man. Well, good luck with that, buddy, because we ain't
in catering.
So what does that even do for you, bro? You might well go on.
You should have just you should have like Ortiz literally said, "Hey, bro."
Yeah.
He literally was like, "Bro, you might want to just be this tag team." No, I want to be my own man. I'm like, all right, you can be your own man.
Bro, scrap.
Because let's be real, Tony Khan signed LAX. He didn't sign Santana and Ortiz.
Exactly.
He signed you because you were a tag team, but now you want to break off. He ain't got nothing for you. He got all these people. He got like 200 people on his roster.
Yeah. And you might well just go and bite the bullet, get back with your partner, and go get them tag team titles, dog. Because the tag division needs you. They need a true tag team. Look at these bedfellow tag teams, bro. You heard Ricky and Big Bill say it themselves.
Private Party's still out in the Bible because Mark Quinn tore his pec off the titty bone.
Man.
So
early AEW, bro.
They had so many tag teams.
Like, how did you go from having Top Flight, Private Party, all these, you know what I'm saying? Like
Top Flight, Private Party, Proud and Powerful, Butcher and the Blade.
Oh my God.
They still there somehow, but I don't know what they're doing.
Bro, you had all these golden tag teams.
The Young Bucks, FTR. It's like you have the Lucha Brothers. Like,
what the hell?
You have all these tag teams, but it's just like, what are you doing? And it's like, I'm not one of those people who don't watch it. I watch the fucking product. SCU, they're the inaugural tag team. Because Aaron's in Impact now, so he's a non-factor.
Mm-hmm.
Christopher Daniels is pretty much a jobber with Evan Bourne. I mean, Matt Sydal.
And we ain't seen Scorpio Sky since Collision.
Oh, yeah. As soon as Punk left, yeah, because I'm pretty sure Scorpio Sky was one of Punk's boys that he was pulling for. But as soon as he left, that was a wrap for that.
And I guarantee you, don't be surprised when they quietly let Scorpio Sky go.
Oh, I won't be surprised. Or not even let him go, like let his contract run out.
Yeah.
Because he's streaming now reviewing Lakers games. instead of wrestling.
Oh my God, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah,
man. So it's a lot of head scratches in AEW. Speaking of head scratches, did you see that thing with Mark Briscoe on Twitter? I know you don't get on Twitter much.
No, I didn't see that.
So WWE on Fox posted a picture of Bobby Lashley and Street Profits and used the caption "Them Boys." And Mark, I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure it wasn't intentional because it was like the year anniversary since Jay Briscoe's last match with them that was televised, the double dog collar match. And he said, for real, This shit is hilarious. At Triple H, whoever runs his Twitter should probably be fired for lack of knowledge, or they need the taste slapped out of their mouth for lack of reverence. And my reaction was, why are you slapping them? Like, because me nonchalantly paying attention, I'm like, why you want to slap him for a Wiz Khalifa song or Boys in the Hood?
And to be fair, Triple H has nothing to do with that.
Oh yeah, it's WWE on Fox. None of them work for WWE.
And Fox loves the Dallas Cowboys. Okay, so guess what? The Dallas Cowboys say
them boys.
All right. Fox is the main jacker of the Cowboys. All right. No pause. That's the truth.
That's the truth.
Love their Cowboys games. So guess what?
Why do you think they say America's football game whenever the Cowboys play against somebody?
Pretty much.
They are the Cowboys dick eaters.
They put all their energy.
But what I will say is, for the people who were disrespecting Mark, you need to slow your roll. Like, this is a man who's grieving his brother, who lost his brother, tag team partner, best friend. They did everything together.
Mm-hmm.
So if you disrespecting him for like, put it this way, I have my moments where I see some shit where people reference my mom, and I'll be wanting to find every last one of them and pop the shit out of them.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not going to. One, I'm not going to jail, and two, they're not worth my time or energy. Mm-hmm. So I look at it in this case. He's grieving his brother. They're pretty much known from the independent scene as them boys.
Mm-hmm.
He reacted just like anybody else would react. So that's why I didn't really. It's like I said that. Like I was like, "What you gonna slap him outside of a lawsuit?" I was like, "What's going to happen outside of a lawsuit?" And that was my own reaction. But I started people just start disrespecting him and all this stuff. I'm like, "The fuck are you doing?"
Mm-hmm.
He's just reacting to it. And then he responded. He's like, "Yeah, that's why I quit posting on Twitter. Just log back on. Wow, some of y'all are wild. I just miss my brother. That's all. And I got a little in my feelings when I seen the Fox post. At Triple H, you ain't got to fire nobody. Times is tough. Love y'all. Take it light, people. Them boys forever." The fuck? Like that's what I'm saying. Like Deshaun said, like, we do be saying them boys. It ain't just like them boys existed before wrestling. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you, me personally, I like I said, I mentioned that Wiz Khalifa song and Boys in the Hood way before I mentioned wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not even a fan of the Cowboys, so I'm definitely not going to mention the Cowboys. So it was something that was just it was bigger than what it needed to be. And you already know how Twitter is. They like to dog pile on shit that ain't got nothing to do with nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And you know how we just went on a rant for Tony Khan. Tony Khan is apparently open to Athena being on AEW TV. What the fuck is he waiting for?
What the?
Let it out, my brother. Let it out.
Man,
what is he waiting for?
You got to be the most. Oh boy, I'm gonna keep it nice. I'm gonna be nice.
Oh, you gonna be nice?
I'm
not. No, no. Fuck that. What cracks me up about this is he saying, "Oh, I'm open to it." Motherfucker, you got the book. Put her on the show. How are you open to something that you can do? Yes, she needed to go to Ring of Honor to hone her character, because I ain't gonna lie to you. If you've never seen the timeline, because I'm not gonna sit on here and act like I watch Ring of Honor, because I don't have that I don't have that type of time. It's too much wrestling as is. No. Mm-hmm. I saw the timeline where they was building to her and Billy Starks.
Mm-hmm.
That's some of the best work I've seen of Athena since NXT. The first time. Because I didn't follow Athena pre-NXT. Because literally I didn't really follow independent wrestling until NXT became a thing. But it's like, that's this whole minion overlord thing that she's been doing is some of her best work. So this thing where he's like, "Oh, I'm open to putting her on TV." What's stopping you, my boy? She is one of the best in this company. You got Eddie Kingston on AEW TV. You got MJF and Adam Cole, who your current tag team champions, who are injured at the moment. So you might as well go ahead and put the titles on somebody else or vacate them, whatever. But what's stopping you from keeping or putting Athena on AEW TV?
Yeah. Because you have no problem putting Julia Hart on TV. You have no problem putting who the heck is their AEW Women's Champion? God dang, that's a problem.
Toni Storm.
Wow. I'm sorry, Tony. Forgive me for that one. I had a moment because I'm just that upset about this. So, like, bruh, like, whoa. What the freak, dog? That don't make sense.
Like, what is stopping you, my boy? Genuinely, what is stopping you? Nothing is stopping you from putting. I think that's my only issue with him saying stuff like this. It's like, bro, you are the booker.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have anybody else booking. It's you are the be all end all. You've been the booker since you took the reins from the Elite. Remember that whole Dark Order segment where it was the Phantom Punches, where it was just god awful. He took the reins in. It's like, bro, you're open. You can literally just do it.
Just do it.
You can literally put her on TV and you can wheel her right in. Go from one. Honestly, Final Battle is going down this Friday. I'll probably watch it on Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna tell you this right now. If you take the title off of Athena and put it on Billie Starkz, you better have her on AEW Dynamite by Wednesday.
Yeah, that's facts.
Because I'm at that point. I'm over it. I'm over the excuses.
She might. She might.
It's like that's all I can say about that. It's like I'm over the excuses. I really am. Because you're the booker. Like there's no other excuse. So, and last thing, I've been meaning to talk about the Iron Claw. Is that something you interested in?
That is the movie based off the Von Erichs, correct?
Yep.
I am interested. I love a good documentary movie. I'm more a fan of the music ones, but wrestling, this looks like a major wrestling one that would catapult other stories in the future if this does well. So I'm rooting for it to really do well. Now,
comes out December 22nd.
Yeah, I'm up for it. I'm up for supporting it. Now, granted, the Von Erichs is well before you and I's times, and we obviously know our history, but we don't know them like
I've heard them in passing, like the name they mentioned. Like I think, did they do a Dark Side of the Ring on them?
I think so. Yeah.
So I remember Dark Side of the Ring. Like I'm not, because I'm born and raised in Atlanta. I'm not the dumb Atlanta like they are on Twitter, but I'm actually the intelligent Atlanta. And I didn't really know too much about the Von Erichs until I moved to Texas briefly in 2019.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. Yeah, you got to be like a Texas bred person. So me being from Tennessee, I didn't know about them either. I would hear about them, but it's just, yeah. But I'm intrigued because I'm always good to learn about a good story. It may make me want to go back and watch some of their stuff too, depending on how well they did this. But I'm more excited for like the picture you just showed with MJF and John Cena. I mean, that says a lot of things. Like, shout out to Maxwell Jacob Friedman on the fact that this man is in the credits. Has a brief appearance from what I've been told, but nothing too crazy.
Some people say I think I read somewhere they might have cut it. Like it may be really brief.
Well, if that's the case, it's okay. It doesn't change the fact this man's in the credits, and
he's a producer.
Yeah, he's doing major things. It's another notch on his belt. So it's a matter of time for the E makes that call to you, buddy. 2024 is going to be real interesting.
So we definitely going to peep it, and I'm definitely going to peep it, and we'll probably talk about it on the show. So
absolutely, yeah.
So definitely make sure you guys keep it locked on here. The GOAT meets the devil, as Deshaun says. The GOAT meets the devil as far as John Cena.
Interesting.
I already know a promo battle between those two. MJF is going to mention that ball spot immediately.
Yep. And well, yeah, that would be funny. That would be really funny.
it'd be fucking hilarious. Like,
The way that man can cook on the mic. Yeah.
but you already know John's gonna hit them with that fine speech. Now let me shrink you down to size.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Careful. You talking about a man that gave it to The Rock, who gives it to everybody. So believe you me.
Yeah, he slaughtered The Rock on the mic, and that's somebody who's a fan of The Rock.
Believe you me.
All right, before we get up out of here, let's go ahead and give you guys updates on the end of the year awards that's going down on December 26th. As far as the official categories for you guys, might as well go ahead and start with the host categories. Like similar, we got some new ones as well as the ones that are returning from last year. We got the male superstar of the year, female superstar of the year. New, we got male NXT superstar of the year, female NXT superstar of the year, overall superstar of the year, breakout moment of the year, where each host gets to pick their own breakout moment, and that's pretty much what it's going to be. Biggest surprise, biggest WTF, LOL award, extreme hardcore moment, unleashed legend, where we pay tribute to those who have gone on to the other side, gone on to glory, as people down here in the South say. Pay-per-view match of the year. That's a revamp from last year's simply match of the year. You got TV match of the year, male breakout star, female breakout star, best mic game, mic drop moment, entrance of the year, and theme song of the year. And we don't want to keep you guys out of the loop, as we mentioned at the top of the show, where voting will officially start over on www.gressunleashed.com. Here's the official categories for the listener's choice. You got the non-binary LGBTQIA plus superstar wrestler of the year, tag team of the year, faction of the year, return of the year, best Twitter game, independent company of the year, male independent local wrestler of the year, which is a revamp or extended from the sole independent wrestler of the year last year, female independent local wrestler of the year, announced team of the year, best podcast of the year, best fan reaction of the year, viewers choice pay-per-view match of the year, viewers choice TV match of the year, and a new one that I love, that shout out to the Public Enemies podcast. I got it from them, and that is the hater of the year. So many haters we got in wrestling, as far as from your Jimmy Usos, your Christian Cages. It's gonna be a fun time. Hopefully you guys join in. We had a decent turnout last year. Hopefully that continues. And obviously, if we don't get to certain categories on this podcast, it will continue over on the Lights of Box podcast. But it's overall gonna be a fun experience for the 2023, the third annual end of the year awards. Make sure you guys tune in. Deshaun already sent his vote. He said hater of the year is obviously Drew. So hey, man.
Hey, dog, I was thinking the same thing. You right there with me, dog. I feel you.
He said that's an instant W for you. That's what I'm saying. Like, yo, make sure you guys tap in and really show out for that. So before we get up out of here officially, we gotta go ahead and do our usual song of the week. I'm gonna let you go ahead and start off, my boy.
That's a good question. Let me grab my screenshot shots, because I have to screenshot these things, y'all, because I'm always listening to something so much on the daily. So let's see. For our song of the week through year, we are gonna go with One More Drink, Ludacris featuring T-Pain.
One More Drink. Okay. Yeah. And I'm gonna be a little real with this one, because I told people all the time, I've been listening to Jelly Roll more than I probably should. So
Fair.
I'm gonna have to go ahead and pick Jelly Roll this time go around, and it's a song that I keep playing in my head, and it's Save Me. So make sure you guys listen. Well, don't listen to it. It's slightly depressing. I'm still grieving, obviously. So it's like I'm just keeping it real. That's the beauty behind me having this show and all that stuff. We got to keep it real. But yeah, that's my song, Save Me by Jelly Roll. So yo, hopefully you guys, and obviously Hi-Lite, send me his screenshot, and then we'll definitely get that quicker than last episode, because like I said, my hard drive crashed, so I had to really catch up on content. But yo, we back in the grind. We back on the grind, baby. So hopefully it is officially a whole new day. Hope you guys enjoyed today's episode of the Gresh Unleashed podcast. What can they follow you on social media, my boy?
Hey, you already know what it is, man. Follow your boy. You see it right there on the scroll at Hi-Lite Life, all things Hi-Lite Life. Or you can follow us at the Life's a Botch Podcast, all things Life's a Botch Podcast. And of course, don't forget the platform behind the Life's a Botch Podcast that catapults it all in OTS Media Co., all things OTS Media Co.
Yeah, yes, sir. And you know where you can find yours truly at It's Gresh on Twitter, and because I'm always on there bullshitting with people. But I do take breaks because once holiday comes, once the 22nd come, I'm out of here. I'm not touching Twitter. Like y'all can kiss my ass over there. You can follow me everywhere else at Josh Gresham RG, or simply by going to solo.to/Gresh. That's where you can find all my links. Make sure you guys check that retrospective that's going to be dropping tomorrow on Thursday. Make sure you guys keep it up. Keep in lock with the at Gresh Unleashed podcast, at Gresh Unleashed as everywhere, or at Gresh Unleashed pod on Twitter, on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe over there. We're on the road to, I believe, 300. So make sure you guys subscribe over there. And make sure you guys keep it locked, keep it safe, and make sure you guys stay safe out here in these streets. And remember to always eat, sleep, flex, and repeat. We out. Y'all be crazy. Eat.